my pedigree. Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Packers and the 49ers. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. In the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Lance going to put it up right away. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On second down, it's Jones. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards a ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And Lance going to throw. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lance rolling to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He did it again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Now Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The kick by Crosby is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Lance looking to throw it. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 6-0 our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And he finds Tyler Kroft. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
The 49ers and Packers, they've played some big games through the years. You think about just recently, the NFC title game in January of 2020. That was the day that Raheem Mostert ran.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Throwing again on 2nd down. Love. Throw left side complete. That's Hill.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he'll be taken down at the 18.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And sometimes when you see a running back lined up out wide, you think maybe he's just a decoy. But not in this case. He was lined up out wide to the left, turned into a primary receiver, and picked up a nice chunk of yardage.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Gets this to his running back, Jeff Wilson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. To throw is Garoppolo. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Second down, and again, it's Davis Price.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive, give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tyler Kroft, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now goal for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Packers get set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Love now. Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's caught by Jennings. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jaron Reed in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they toss out right to Hill. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They give it to Hill running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And that is no good. And that will keep the lead at 8. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete left side to Gray. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good
for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Love. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Davis Price will try to pick it up. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd down. Here's Davis Price. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Wilson snags it left side. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. It's taken to the 26. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw now. Here's Love. Flush to his right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And the grab by Croft. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Garoppolo.
He gets this one to Davis Price. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Love. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Love back to it here after the pick 6. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Love.
That's complete to Dobbs.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Love. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Love. Trying to implement. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. To try again after the sack.
Love. Connecting with Hill.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason, but that may not come into play here in a 2-score game late.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 3rd and long for Love. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Love to throw for it on fourth. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they will take a knee here. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. So the victory here for San Francisco. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.